Welcome to the Bullits and Bourbon podcast, where it's not about the bourbon, but more about who you share it with.
Hey everybody, Jason here with Bullits Bourbon along with Dan, and welcome back to Season 2, Episode 2. We got that's a weird monk ear.
2-2?
2-2? What it is. Needless to say, we have been prepping very well for this episode.
I wouldn't say prepping. I'd say pre-gaming.
Well, tomato. I mean, it is what it is. So, we originally, we met up today because
First time in almost a month.
Yeah. You were off in L.A.
Well, Orange County, L.A.
Joining the riots and whatnot. In all fairness, for those of you who don't know, Dan was in Cali land, and he was exploring the transgender opportunities that exist. I'm sorry, wow. I can't.
You know what? Well, the entire time I was in Cali, I only seen one transgender, and that was in Long Beach.
How many piles of poop did you see on the sidewalk in California?
I was disappointed. I only seen 2 piles of shit on the sidewalks in L.A., and I really wanted to take a shit in public on the street in L.A., but I was like, only 2 piles? I kind of wanted to fit in, but there's only 2 piles of shit, so I didn't know how well it would go over.
No, but you said you really enjoyed California. For
the Laguna Beach area,
yeah,
absolutely love.
Beautiful.
San Diego was great. LA's a lot of hype, but the Laguna Beach, yeah. I fell in love with Laguna Beach.
I don't remember how many times I texted you throughout this last 2 weeks and was like, did you fight any of the ICE protesters or the? Well, I was trying to incite violence. I'm in PA. I'm trying to incite violence.
Well, it's so bad because it wasn't what the news media made it out to be. Yeah. There's little protests that were here and there that was peaceful. From my understanding, it was East LA that had the images we all seen over the news, but for the most part, they're pretty peaceful. I seen a few protesters in Beverly Hills going down to Rodeo Drive, but they were all like 120 pounds, like, you know what I mean? Like your typical
like fart wind, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You blow in one of those dudes' directions, and they're non-binary asses off the sidewalk into the wind, right? So, but misconceptions about Cali.
I was shocked.
Okay,
I've been to San Francisco. Cali gets a bad rap for a lot of things, especially if you're conservative. But
well deserved on some fronts.
On some fronts, yeah. But I'll tell you what, beautiful, but the cost of living out there I could never afford.
Yeah.
The thing that disappointed me and broke my heart was the additional taxes they had on cigars. Cigars, it was 52.75% on cigars, and that's not including the state and the federal taxes.
So we were talking earlier, you're talking about something like an Amazon basin, which is one of the ones that's your favorite and one that you've gotten me.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of like what do I want to pair with a Dalmore cigar cut?
Yeah.
Scotch, I think, right away, Amazon basin.
Yeah.
And I know it's one of those that like they're hard to find.
Yeah,
usually
because they got a limited amount per each year.
And here in PA, you're talking about an $18 cigar.
Yeah, about $16 to $18.
So that would equate to Cali
about $30 for a cigar almost, which is just crazy.
That's nuts. So, but beyond that, as much as you didn't want to enjoy it, you really did enjoy it.
It's so bad. I started looking at houses on Zillow and Laguna Beach. I can't afford it. The cheapest house was like $2.8 million. I was like, a little out of my price range right now.
I mean, listen, I understand that the lure to California was great.
Oh, dude, 70 degrees every day.
You're not tracking.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah. We'll let that go on. All right. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
And you had told me at one point that it wasn't any warmer than 86, 87
No,
degrees.
it didn't. I don't think the entire 30 days or 20 plus days I was there, it didn't hit above like 75, 76 degrees.
That's crazy.
But sun is shining, no clouds. I mean, just beautiful where, in the evening time, it drops down to like 63, 65. Throw a hoodie on, some jeans.
Hoodie in summer in LA.
Oh, yeah. It was beautiful. It was.
Meanwhile, we're up here in PA, and I'm sweating like a meat hog
I mean, look at this tan. I mean, you can't beat this.
INS is calling, bro.
I know. That's one thing. I didn't see anybody get deported the entire time.
So disappointing, right?
I was like, I wanted to see some riots and some shit pop off. But like everywhere we went, it was cool. And the thing I loved about Cali, we bash on Philly because people in Philly are
filthy.
They're filthy.
I mean,
even in Pittsburgh, people are very the demeanor is like you say, hey, what's up to somebody? They're like, fuck you. Over in Orange County, LA, even in San Diego, when we went to San Diego, everybody was super friendly, complete strangers talking to.
Cali.
I mean,
hey, here's to the friendly parts of Cali.
I give it up to Cali.
Yeah,
I mean,
and the whiskey. I mean, listen, I'm not going to knock it because you brought me a bottle of Old Fitz, bottled in bond, 7-year.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting there. You said you saw some other whiskey that was on the shelf that was kind of like just...
There's so much whiskey out there that was just... The price was like, okay, I'm like, I can't pack my suitcase full of like 30 bottles.
Well, you could have.
I could have bought another suitcase, but
You could have called Gregory. Gregory isn't with us tonight because he's off in Deep Creek playing, hide and go seek with the freaking Yeti dude that's in all the YouTube videos now.
Yeah. But I mean, the whiskey... The whiskey scene there was impeccable. It was very good. The fact that we would go out to restaurants and you weren't, breaking your bank to get a pour.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got a pour of Eagle Rare for $13 at one of the restaurants.
Which is fair.
Which is a fair price.
I think that's a fair price considering that when you come into states with an allocation quota or places that can't get it, they're charging $20 a pour for a bottle. For everybody's arguments on Buffalo Trace, products. Oh, Blanton's is amazing. Eagle Rare's amazing. Blah blah blah. Eagle Rare is a mid-tier bourbon.
Yeah,
designed to be a mid-tier bourbon. Blanton's is a mid-tier bourbon, and I get it. Everybody loves a bottle. It's a great marketing scheme. But when you're paying $20 a pour for Blanton's or Eagle Rare...
Well, I think I paid like $26, $27 somewhere here in Pittsburgh recently before I left.
Yeah.
Because they really... It was that or Knob Creek. Whiskey. And I don't want to say crap, but
stuff you weren't
something that you have on your shelf at home.
Right. Well, I think to be fair for people that listen to our podcast... I mean, we have hit a kind of a crux point with whiskey.
Yeah.
Altogether. There are many distilleries out there, especially craft, and you know where I stand with craft. I friggin' loved craft distillery. I think that they are the future of whiskey as a brand. The
thing that shocked me talking about craft, there's a few places I went to, they had Green River. Yeah. And they had Broken Barrel.
Broken Barrel's native to L.A.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a lot of Broken Barrel.
Green River,
which shocked me.
You've heard me for, time and time again, we've talked about Green River. Matter of fact, when
that's Ty, a new one I haven't seen.
Yeah. When Ty was in
Lexington,
our fellow podcast brother and veteran brother, he picked me up a bottle. I know this was hard for him because Ty is a Marine. Right, and so when you have to pick up inferior branches, like the Army and the Coast Guard, and then give it to the Air Force, which is a superior branch, it's hard. I get it, And he did this without crayons. He took down this without crayons. So Tyrone, thank you. This is Green River's 250th U.S. Army commemorative edition. Is it any different than their other bourbon? No. This is kind of a homage to our Army brothers who, in all seriousness, God bless you, 250 years for serving this nation since the day it was founded. We love you. We will continue.
Well, I'm so glad Craig's not here because you would have trashed the Army if Craig was here.
Yeah. If Craig was here, this would have gone a whole different direction. But listen, for Dan and I, who lived an Air Force life that was really an Army life in the Air Force. Our hearts are very near and dear to the Army because we just had higher ASVAB scores and,
we knew how to spell.
spell. So, the 250th to the Army, of course, 250 years for America, the blessed country that we've been able to do what we do, right? So Green River came out with this bottle, and Ty, thank you as hard as a Marine to grab this bottle. We all know that, you guys would not win a spelling contest, but we love you anyway. But yeah, Green River. I love it.
Yeah,
great whiskey.
I was shocked. There was a lot of smaller distilleries that I seen out there that we don't see on a regular basis here in PA.
Yeah.
And it was nice to be able to go out. It has such a large selection to choose from. If you were going to, somewhere where they actually, that's what they did was nothing but liquor. But I mean, convenience stores, grocery stores, everywhere else.
Not having to go to a state store to buy
and beg
So I mean, we've said this many times. We've gotten in arguments here in PA about the state control versus whatever. I mean, you and I, Craig, Ty, we're capitalists, right? I mean, let the free market rule the world, especially when it comes to whiskey. So what we've seen in the last couple weeks, no, that's not right, months.
Okay, yeah,
is a downturn in whiskey. Whiskey, and I know there are going to be people that may watch this and say, well, it's been coming. You're right. It probably has been. The market ballooned. It was huge.
Well, it was the COVID. I mean, COVID changed a lot of things because everybody got heavy into whiskey during COVID.
Yeah. And then it contracted.
And then
you have a change of political parties and economics and all that other dumb bullshit that I don't really care about. And whiskey has retracted a little bit. Now, what's that meant for you and I? It's meant that
we can get it cheaper. I'm just saying.
Listen, as a consumer, and always a consumer first, hail the situation. Because no longer are secondary bottles like Blanton and Stag or Old Fitz or any of these other dumb bullshit that's up here going for $700, $800, $900 a bottle. We can finally drink the stuff that we like.
So speaking of drinking stuff we like, of course, I don't have to interrupt the podcast today. Still not sponsored by Chicken Cock.
Back on the cock.
I mean, even though I was gone, I always got to go back to the cock. But
swear to God,
I can't read for shit right now. Okay. So why don't you tell them what we're drinking?
So again, we got to give our fellow brother Ty huge props. He picked this up for Dan while he was in Lexington. This is Chicken Cock Righteous Blonde. I mean, obviously it's a rye blonde, and
what?
I didn't see him send this text out to you. I don't know when you picked this up.
He sent it out to the group.
Yeah,
but it's in a beer cask.
Yeah, so beer barrel finish, rye, 100 proof. I got to tell you, when you came over today, we were doing some of the work on our other business that we run, and we hit about 1 o'clock. I think we showed great restraint.
We did.
We were very.
We were adults today.
We were very adult.
Very adult today.
Yeah. And it got to 1 o'clock, and we said, "Fuck that.
Let's have a drink."
Yeah, let's have a drink. Because we work better with a little lubricant in our system, and I came downstairs and I had a little left of Eagle Rare, so I'll top this off. And you said, no, I'm gonna knock this. I completely forgot about this bottle.
Well, look how much is left already. Yeah. It's just the two of us tonight.
This is today, and we have a sample pour. Because what we're gonna do is we drank this in our Yetis because we were out in the deck today. Up, he's so pretty. My bad. And that's good for you.
Well, I'll get smacked up.
Just kicking around. So. After today, this bottle is, as you can see clearly, been nicely treated. But we wanted to review this one today. Chicken Cock obviously is something that you
favorite.
love.
It's absolutely my favorite brand.
I think it's something that is funny because of the name. It's a fun thing to play with. But at the end of the day, Chicken Cock really does make good whiskey.
They make great whiskey. I can't say it enough. They make great whiskey.
I mean, you look back here, I've got 6 or 7 Chicken Cocks on the shelf. Dan has another 3 or 4 on his library, not counting what he has at home. For those of you who don't know, we built a library for Craig, Dan, and Ty just because they were leaving so many bottles over here that it was getting a little out of hand.
Yeah.
At some point. So, now, you still have a fucking shirt on your
bottle. Yeah, I know. Remind me to
take the shirt home with you.
It looks
and why do you have a big giant wood cock?
That's what you brought back from Aruba.
Last year. Okay, so what we wanted to do with this Chicken Cock, You really enjoyed this right away. I took a sip.
I can't say enough. Look how much is left of this bottle.
Yeah,
like
we're gonna have to sort. You got to get on the website.
Yeah, I got to track this one down.
So we drank it over ice because it was hot outside and we're out there working. But we wanted to give an honest take from our point of view how this tastes neat, okay, and some taster cups versus over ice. So lead us off because I'm hungry. You sip like there's something wrong. Like you've been to Cali.
I like it. I pick up notes of vanilla, oak, and apple right off the bat. I mean...
Oh, it was funny. It was early today. I was watching some stuff on Instagram. So for those who don't know, we took a noticeable break for about 6 months. You know, we had to dial back. We started a business, another business, and we wanted to bring Bullits and Bourbon back to being fun for us. So I've slowly kind of started to get back into the Instagram,
the social media, Facebook,
you know, because it is toxic. And I find myself at times I want to comment. I'm like, all right, Jason, you got to stop because you are a lot for human beings in this world.
Dude, you're a lot for your friends and family.
Listen,
too.
I'm a lot.
Let's be honest.
I am a lot. It is what it is. But I saw this thing today where, dude, an influencer, whatever the fuck that means, was going off about how people do blind reviews and reviews after reading the bottle and blah, 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 blah. And I get what he's saying. Like, it's easy for people to watch this to say, okay, well, those guys are sitting there with the bottle right in front of them, right? Read the tasting notes before they come on here and spout off a bunch of bullshit. We have tried very hard not to do that. We have tried to be very honest in what we taste, and sometimes it's wildly different from each other. You're not going to find tasting notes on the back.
Surprisingly, on this one, you do.
No, you don't. Do you really?
I don't have my glass.
Well, if you do, I don't want to know about it. Let's. You do though.
They never do that.
They never
surprisingly, on that one, they do.
Oh, I'm curious now. Do they do it on the other ones? Yeah, they do. That's interesting. I've never noticed that. So, well, that kind of shoots that to shit. But we want to give you kind of the honest assessment of what we taste. It may be different. So this is a different kind of blind.
Yeah.
This is a. Are you retarded, or do you know what you... Oh, you can't say that, can you?
Oh, you can say whatever
let me
you
tell you
want.
something. I don't give a shit. Anyways, we're going to do this, give you our thoughts, neat and over ice, and we'll roll from there. So what do you pick up neat?
Like I said, apple, vanilla, and oak right off the bat. I mean, even the nose on it's...
Spice? Any spice level, or is it just moderate to you?
I pick up the spice on the nose. Like some baking spice... usually chicken cock is known for their spice on their,
like
their
allspice or the bacon. Yeah. I could go with that.
But on this rye specifically, I didn't pick up the large amount of spice I usually get on chicken cock.
So I'm curious with this. It's a beer finish. It's a beer barrel finish. I would like to know what type of beer was in there. Or brand, specifically the type of
lager, whatever. It has to be something blonde. I'm thinking like a blonde Belgium, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Because if it was a stout or a porter, one would think that it would be significantly darker on the finish.
Yeah.
Right. So I pick up almond on the nose. Remember when I tried it right away over ice, I picked up the wood. But it was a very, very, very good oaky kind of finish to it. I do pick up baking spice. I would almost say the difference would be allspice versus baking spice. Man, there's something that my grandma used to make when I was a little boy where she would use allspice and cumin.
Okay.
And I don't know, I can't remember what it was, but when I sniff that, I'm like, that's what pops in my head, which is what I think is really cool about whiskey in general. Like, there's so many smells that come off when you really want to condition yourself for it. Like, you could take a whiff of something and it may bring you back to when you were a kid playing in the woods, right? Yeah. You smell a bakery, down the street, or we've done tastings where I've immediately, my mind's drifted to Germany.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of bakery smell like trailing down the street, which is what I really love about it. It's not necessarily about the coolest bottle or the coolest or the fattest distillery, but it's about that memory that the smell, the aroma kind of evokes. This one, having tasted it over ice and having not had it neat, I'm curious to see. So let's give it
a big difference.
Big hug. I do have a cold, so I'm prone to cough a little bit more than normal. Big hug on it, which I love. I love a big Kentucky hug, even for
What is this? 100 proof?
100 proof,
yeah,
100 proof, which is not bad. We've explored, I think, more into the higher proofs, 110s, the 120s, 30s, the hazmat bottles. We've neglected going back to what I think most people really enjoy, which is the 90s, the 80s, the 90s, the 100s, the more moderate level. And a lot of that is our fault, because as we progress on our whiskey journeys, and I think we
like the flavor profile, and
But this is super enjoyable. I get the beer. I really, really, really want to know what beer finish they use.
Yeah.
Because they don't tell you. It's just beer barrel finish. That could be anything from a porter, a stout, a blonde, a lager, a pils. I mean, we don't really know.
Yeah.
But smelling it, I lean toward it being a porter or a blonde, a Belgian.
I think it's a Belgian blonde.
Yeah.
Which
would make sense.
Yeah.
So you and I both, being over in Europe and spending a lot of time there, when we talk about beer, our minds probably automatically drift to, believe it or not German beer as much as we love it and cherish it.
Belgium.
But Belgian beer.
Triple
blondes. Going to Brussels to the Delirium Bar, which is little boy pissing statue. Google it. # yum yum.
Damn, Jeffrey Epstein.
Hey, you said I did that? Yeah, my bad. But this smell on the nose, neat. It's phenomenal.
Well, wait till you have it neat and then go back to it over a rock. Because now that I'm having it on the rock, I taste more of the spice.
I taste a bit of caramel, which I think is I hate to say it like this, but I feel like toffee and caramel are a standard note for bourbon. I hate to overuse it, but it's hard not to. I don't know if that's a process of how it works out with the char in the barrel, but this is dominant with a heavy caramel or toffee. It's riding that line. Let's go back to ice to see what we get. Oh, goddamn, that's good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So there are many people in the whiskey world, you and I have encountered them, that will look at you like you're less than if you enjoy whiskey over ice. I would tell those people, you can eat a fat dick. Can I say that?
Oh, yeah. You can say
I'm going to say it. And here's why. Whiskey is meant to be enjoyed however you want to enjoy it. And I think that we've reached a point in this whiskey economy where we have alienated people that want to get into whiskey, but they're a little bit nervous about it, right? Because there are people out there that'll almost shame them, because they know more, or they have a bigger collection, or whatever reason that exists out there for no reason.
Well, I mean, that's like.
Here's what I'm doing.
I was at cigar lounge in California with my girlfriend, and I ordered scotch. She ordered the same scotch, but she had it on the rocks. I was like, ugh! I was like, you don't do that, but to each is their own. If that's the way you enjoy it, go ahead, have it on a rock. I had mine neat. She had hers on the rocks, and she enjoyed it.
And she's fairly new to whiskey, and fairly open-minded. I mean, when she came
she's
over,
dating me. She got to be open-minded.
Yeah, it's like dating a friggin' queer Care Bear. No, just kidding. No, she's amazing. But when she first came over here, you first introduced her really to whiskey
with the Penelopes.
With the Penelopes, which was a way that I think that we should all look at how you introduce people to whiskey. Find out what they like.
I think that 90 proof, you start them off with something 90 proof and you walk them on up.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and it's about understanding, like, what do you like? Do you like a sweet lean? Do you like a tart lean? Do you like
this is actually a little sweet.
Well, it is
surprisingly.
over ice. So versus neat versus over ice, and you get this little bit of sugar that kind of bleeds out. So the water, I think, is kind of... Now, listen, these are in Yetis. I know that this is some redneck dookery right here. I ain't going to apologize because I like my ice cubes ice. But I like the way that the ice melts into the whiskey and kind of releases a little bit more of those flavors to it. As you water down whiskey, the profile changes. Mm-hmm. So the people that are like, oh, if you don't drink whiskey neat, you're not really Nisky. Listen, you can show up at the house and we'll have a conversation about it. You hit me up, PM me. We'll figure it out.
So what's the flavor profile, Sam?
Yeah.
Because you got your glasses on, I don't.
Man, I tell you, maybe I need to prescribe. All right, so nose... Malt sweetness with hints of honey, light citrus and touch of oak. We got the oak.
The
palate. Bold rice spice layered with caramel. Shocker. Vanilla. Smooth notes of malted barley and honeyed ale. Okay, the ale. I wonder if it was an ale they used.
Maybe.
The finish crisp and refreshing with light happiness balanced with warm rice spices. Now listen, I love that. I love when we use... descriptive words like happiness.
This is a bottle of happiness.
So sometimes when I eat a pizza, I'm happy, right?
What don't you eat that you're happy?
Your mom? Oh, I shouldn't have said that because this is going to open up a door. That's Craig's door. Miss Taylor, I apologize for that. That was reactive. That was reflex.
I got you. I'm
sorry. I feel really bad about that. All right, I'm done feeling bad about it. Anyways, I don't like describing a mood with whiskey. Does that make sense? Like,
I don't know. Anytime I drink whiskey, I'm happy.
What? I
mean? I was gonna say,
that's like saying, a hint of raisin and almond toast that leaves you feeling elated about life's pleasures. Like, what? Come on, man.
It's a bottle that makes you not want to commit suicide.
I know that you're head fast on the cock. Chick cock, that is. Yeah, come on, man.
I can't.
But in all seriousness, we nailed some of the notes. Some we didn't get out of it. Now, I think that's really the beauty of whiskey.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to taste what you taste.
Yeah. Nevertheless, I would rate this bottle on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd put this at 8.5.
Yeah.
So when I would put this into my tracker, every whiskey that I have, and I have a little bit in the collection, I try to rate very fairly.
I would almost put this up against the Red Stave from Chicken Cock. I mean, it is up there with the Red Stave.
Would you put it against
that blows
the Island Rooster?
That blows the Island Rooster.
Rum Bear? I don't know.
I think that blows that out of the
So
water.
I had this one earlier. Caribbean rum cask involves a relaxing blend of spicy notes from the rye with candied molasses notes and a hand job from the angels of God. No, sorry. That's notes from the rum barrels. My bad. I digress. Sweet Jesus. Anyway.
So speaking of hand jobs, you ever have something that just ruins the fucking mood in the bedroom?
Yes.
So I have to tell you, one of my favorite comedians.
This is going to get you in trouble.
I know it is. I don't care.
God.
Bert Kreischer, one of my favorite fucking comedians. I got to see him at the
shirtless.
He was shirtless. He was definitely shirtless at the comedy shop. It's a comedy shop or comedy store.
What are you asking me? The
comedy store in LA on
when you were
I think it was Melrose or Sunset on Sunset.
So a place I don't know. I've never
Sunset,
been.
yeah.
Okay. But
I got to see him and a bunch of phenomenal comedians.
Yeah.
And before we went to go see him, me and my girlfriend, we watched one of his stand-ups. We went to go see him, laughed our asses off, came back home, watched the rest of his stand-ups. On two of the separate stand-ups, he talks about his sexual relationship with his wife.
Are you really good?
Oh, yeah. I'm going there.
Are we really going to talk about this?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Are you really prepared for the blowback?
Yes.
Fuck, I'm all in. Let's do this shit.
Because you're going to get blowback when you come with your story with what ruined the bedroom. Bert Kreischer ruined my sex life, and this is how. So first...
First, Bert, listen, I know you're famous and shit, but...
Stop ruining my sex life.
Number one, you have just traumatized an already traumatized veteran. You should feel responsible for it. And I think the only responsible thing to do is to come on our podcast and defend your position. You can, respond and we will reach out. Go ahead.
I think I'm going to start a class action lawsuit against Bert Kreischer for...
don't get us sued.
I'm not going to get us sued. But I'm just saying.
We were just playing.
We're playing.
All right,
but no. So the first one, he talks about his wife groomed him. He wasn't on one, but she groomed him by just, rubbing at him and petting him.
Touch me. Listen.
But tell me you don't love...
I've known you for a long fucking time, my brother. Do not fucking touch me like that again. That was weirdly erotic.
We're in the military. Everything's erotic, right? But tell me you don't like your wife just, rubbing on you, feeling on
I do, because when it's a girl, right? When it's your person that you said, all right, I'm safe with, right? That's the only person I'm comfortable with.
Oh yeah,
touching me.
Yeah. So my girlfriend, she loves rubbing on me, and
except for the whiskey bottle. That's different.
Yeah.
I love her.
I love her too. Anyway, but I love that shit. Who doesn't love a good blowjob? Who doesn't love a good blow?
Dykes.
Yeah.
I mean, you asked, I answered. There are a lot of shortstops, first baseman, and third baseman out there that don't.
They may not like
softball clubs.
But I'm sure they like that taco munchstone.
Well, that's a death.
Yeah.
We digress.
But anyways, so in his stand-up, he talks about, getting rubbed and pet, and he called blowjobs carrots. He's like, she trained me like a horse with nice pets and carrots.
Why do I picture you going? Why is that?
Because when you're done, you're like, when you finished. But it was funny as shit in his stand-up. We watched it. She laughed. I laughed. Good time. Then she uses ChatGPT. This is called grooming. This is grooming. So guess who doesn't get blowjobs anymore? Because of Bert fucking Kreischer.
So you were groomed.
No more carrots for this guy.
So you were groomed.
I was groomed.
So you're like an Epstein project. We should joke about that, but you know what? I don't care. It's funny.
But it's no more. Yeah. It's fucked up. Yeah. I'm like, it's all because of a fucking stand-up.
No more carrots.
No more carrots.
You like cucumber?
No cucumbers. But no more carrots for this guy. But then he talks about, there's another stand-up he's talking about, so he couldn't get a carrot. Wife wasn't down for, real quickie. He's like, well, what about a hand job? And the stand-up's funny because his wife's giving him a hand job looking at him like a creeper. It's like, can you look that way? And she's like, sitting there crisscross applesauce, like he says. So we're in bed.
Don't.
We're in bed in the middle. She says crisscross applesauce.
She got your ass.
I was done.
She got that W.
I was. You can't do anything after that. Bert Kreischer ruined my sex life.
We're gonna have a follow-up to this, just for the simple fact that I want to see what happens when she hears this, because. Listen, number one, congratulations. You scored way out of your fucking league, buddy.
I know that. I'm probably canceled. The cancel culture is going to hit me after this.
If you're not canceled for this, she's going to cancel that ass.
Yeah.
But neither here nor there. Crisscross applesauce?
So I was in bed dying fucking laughing. I was like, it's over. You after you laughed that hard.
Let's go to Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's like, all right, let's order some food.
Did you have Taco Cabana out in California?
I had, what is it, Del Taco?
Del Tacos?
I had some Del Taco.
You see how quickly this evolved? Because this is a mind, this is a man's mind, right?
Well, I was really disappointed. We didn't get any good street tacos.
How? They were all protesting.
No, they weren't.
ICE was on the roll.
Maybe. I ain't see a lot of taco trucks. Maybe because of ICE.
ICE ain't playing, and neither are the taco trucks.
They're like,
that's a punishment. There should be an exemption for taco trucks.
100%.
If
you're doing a service,
taco trucks, you're feeding the force.
But my thing is, I think if you got a good taco truck, ICE ain't gonna fuck with you. If you got shitty tacos, if you're serving shitty tacos, let me see your papers.
Yeah. That's the thing. People don't understand that number one, quit fucking with our ICE agents and our DHS before you get fucking donkey punched.
And stop fucking with our taco trucks, ICE.
And don't listen. Good taco trucks aren't gonna get fucked with because you're doing something for this country.
Oh yeah,
you're feeding the forest.
Well, we went to this one place, and I'm disappointed we only went twice for breakfast tacos, but. The fucking breakfast burritos, I mean, they were so massive that the second time we went, we ended up splitting a breakfast burrito.
And you put it all in your mouth.
No. I
you're
mean,
a goddamn liar.
I mean, you wonder why there's so many heavyset Mexican dudes? It's because their wives, their spouses, and girls.
Why did you look at me all fucking sideways like that when you said the heavy set?
I mean, if you
you better refer to that right there.
That's a little subconscious right there. But no, like I understand. Like if I married into a Mexican family or had a Mexican girlfriend, like those fucking burritos were fucking.
I will say,
but it was so bad. I was full. I was 100% full, but it was so fucking good. It was like going. I kept going until I was fucking sick.
So, to me, Mexican food, the Mexican cuisine. Is so diverse, right?
Oh,
you have northern Mexico, you have central Mexico, south Mexico. You got, this is my favorite. It's one of, I would say it's my favorite. It's tough though because I love Persian Arabic food. I love it.
You remember the Roach Coach in San Antonio?
Oh, stop playing with me. I'm gonna have a flashback and get crazy. There is nothing like being rucked up with 120 some odd pounds of gear. You're going out in the San Antonio heat to get butt fucked by the local terrain for a whole day. And that Roach Coach shows up first thing in the morning. And you can grab yourself 2 bacon, egg, and cheese chorizo burritos. And they're bueno. Right?
That's like they're
and
so.
Then you get the good chorizo sauce on them. Oh, sweet God Almighty!
Especially the like homemade hot sauce or fucking chili sauce.
Oh, you gotta quit playing. I ain't had dinner or lunch. I'm so hungry right now. It is good though.
It's fucking phenomenal.
And you can't. There's nothing that replaces good cuisine. So we're eat to live people, right?
Oh,
we're live to eat. We love food.
I love food.
Food is it's an orchestra.
Oh, if you make good food.
Yeah. I mean, is it fair to say you suck a dude off just to have a good taco?
Yeah. I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna hesitate. It's fucking good. Fucking. You ever see that commercial? What would you do for a Kondai bar? What would you do for a good street taco? I'd do some shady shit for a good street taco.
So, one of the things that I dream about in my afterlife is that I'm gonna show up and there's gonna be a taco truck. There's going to be a doner kebab stand. Oh, man. A little doner kebab, a little bit of little lemon juice on that bad boy.
Have you had, like, Middle Eastern or Persian pastries?
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, I can't have a lot of, like, baklava because it's so sweet. But if you have it, pistachio.
Well, I had this one fucking dessert over in California. It was pistachio coffee, like it looked like a cookie, but oh man, you eat that with your coffee in the morning, fucking oh man, you don't need nothing else.
I mean, listen, and I'm not knocking American food because I woke up the other day, it's about 2 weeks ago.
I had a dozen hot dogs.
Why hot?
I mean, it was 4th of July, a hot dog eating contest.
So there was a hot dog at a local market that was this big.
I bet it was.
I looked at you, I was like, I was like, Dan, right away. I just identified it with you. Because I knew you love it. That came out really awkward. We're really pressing on. Anyways, I woke up. You ever been in the mood for just some biscuits and gravy? That's a Southern thing. I think it's a Southern
I didn't grow up in the South, so the biscuits and gravy, no.
Little biscuits and gravy. And so I made some biscuits, and Jennifer didn't want none because, she's a northern girl. Her only fault. And I wanted some biscuits. So I made some biscuits. And then I realized I don't know how to make gravy. You know how disappointing that is when you realize that the thing that you love the most, you've been pampered in your life by women of that region who are like, you know what, we're going to shut this dude up. We're going to give him some biscuits and gravy, right? Because women understand this. Women are just superior creatures in every aspect. They're like, listen, if we want a dude to shut up, what do?
Feed him.
Feed him. If
feed them or fuck them. There's only two things. Feed them or fuck them. There's two things you got to do. Feed them or fuck them.
Depending on their mood, they're like, oh, sweetheart, let me get you a biscuit, right? And they give you the biscuit and the gravy and maybe a little whiskey with it. And what do? Go to sleep.
Oh, you're fucking happy.
Yeah, you're happy.
Happy to pick a picture.
They have unlocked that cheat code, that Nintendo cheat code. They've unlocked that way ahead of us. We'll never get that. We just kind of walk through life bumping into shit and eating crap. So I ended up with this biscuits. I'm like, well, damn, this is unfortunate. I don't know how to make gravy. I went to the local market, Heisler's. We love Heisler's. And I looked at gravy packets, and right away, what did I do? I'm like, that's too much fucking work. So I bought some Boar's Head instant sausages, and I slapped the sausage on the biscuit. I microwaved because I'm lazy, and I slapped some jelly on it. I made some biscuit sandwiches because they're pretty good. But I felt cheated in my heart of hearts because I didn't have biscuits and gravy, and I'm from the South. And I asked Jennifer, I was like, can you make me some biscuits and gravy? She said, what did she say?
Do it yourself.
Yeah, because she doesn't understand. And it can't be just gravy. Like
it got to be that Southern gravy.
It's got to have some sausage in it. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Dude, I can tell you're fucking hungry right now. I can tell you were fucking hungry.
Let me tell you something.
And I don't need that in my life right now.
Well, listen, we're gonna have it because we got Thai food tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bit. Oh, I want some biscuits and gravy. You know, how far is Kentucky Fried Chicken?
I don't know. I don't live around here.
Your ass spends more time over here than you do anywhere else. You don't know where Kentucky Fried Chicken is at.
Yeah, because I order all the food back home. Like Uber, I need to buy stock in fucking Uber.
You need to stop with Uber Eats.
Man, Uber Eats is I'm fucking lazy.
When they show up at your door and they're like, yo, Dan, bags here.
Well, it's bad when you get the same Uber driver twice in one day. He's just like, this fat, lazy motherfucker.
And I'm just like, have that happen?
Yeah, I've had it happen more than I like to admit, but he looked at me like, you lazy motherfucker.
You play some Xbox?
He's like, you lazy motherfucker. I know he came to my door just judging. Just like, I've been here already once today. He looked at
the address real quick and he was like, I don't need to even put this in, right? He just drove right there.
Oh, it's bad.
He had the key. He's like, Dan, pause the game.
Oh, it's because they already got the code to the apartment complex. And I'm like, shit.
That is weirdly... That's weirdly sad.
That's fat. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm fat. I like to eat. I don't like to cook, but I like to eat.
Here's a confession for you. I have never once in my life had Uber Eats or DoorDash, and I have never in my life taken an Uber or a Lyft anywhere.
Bullshit. What about when we ordered those wings? And they left them in the middle of your fucking driveway. Didn't let you know they were there.
That was DoorDash?
That's DoorDash or Uber Eats.
Because
remember, they fucked the order completely up, too.
That was like a $180 order of wings, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a big... Let me tell you, but they were good wings.
Well, the worst is I hate... Like, I got on my Uber Eats, knock on door. Because I ain't paying attention to my phone. I'm like, knock on door, so I know the fucking food's there.
Oh, you could put a note in there?
Oh, you can put notes in there.
So if I put in there, like, I want you to dance around doing the Apache cry, like, that would do it?
Yeah, you might get canceled. But I'm so mad because in the wintertime, like, especially, it's fucking freezing outside. I'm like, just knock on the fucking door so I know it's there.
How do you want it done again?
Knock on that door. Knock on that fucking door. And it's like, man, where the fuck's my food? And I pull up the app, your food's been delivered. And I'm like, these food's been sitting out in the freezing cold for 20 fucking minutes, all cold as shit. Now I got to throw it in the microwave.
I got to ask you this because a lot of times, you know, this is completely therapeutic as prescribed by the VA, but we've been told we need to do things like with Xbox because that's good for our mental state, not because we want to. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, so we got to do this because it keeps us sharp mentally. You didn't think to maybe hey man, I need a break. I need to go pick up some food.
No, I'm expecting a knock.
You didn't want to drive to the place.
You know how much effort that fucking takes? It takes me putting on some fucking pants, putting my shoes on, starting up the car, fucking dealing with fucking traffic, and me cussing at everybody who can't drive, especially in the fucking Subarus, because Subaru fucking drivers, Subaru drivers can't drive for shit. Those are the most motherfucking irritating drivers on the fucking road.
Let's talk about this for a moment. We're gonna sidetrack on this before we hit our next topic. So Subaru drivers. Prius drivers,
and
Honda Ridgeline drivers.
No, it's more the fucking people that drive the Pacificas.
Oh,
they can't drive for shit.
They're gone. They haven't produced a Pacifica like. 10
years. There's people that drive them and they should be fucking shot.
Yeah.
But Subaru drive. Soon as I'm behind a Subaru driver, I'm like, here we fucking go. Fucking 10 miles below the speed limit.
Why is that?
Because it's the safest car that you can buy because they can't drive worth a motherfucking shit.
So you have this population of Subaru drivers, right? Now, we're going to put a disclaimer out there that this only applies to 95.5%. The other 4.5%, you're
just in case 4.5% is our listening demographic.
Yeah. We don't want to offend the listening demographic. Everybody else can eat a bag of dicks. But
if you got a Subaru, trade that bitch in and get a fucking car.
Get it. So, you ever notice that the Outback, the Crosstrek, which is sad because the Crosstrek's a pretty snazzy vehicle, right? And these other models, the Impreza, but then you have the WRX. You have the swing, right? You got these really fucking horrible, slow, sloth, mongrel fuck drivers. And then you have the WRX crew that are like, ring, ding, 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 and they're doing 195 miles an hour with a nose ring connected to an earring connected to their sack ring, and their bleach blonde hair thinking they're Eminem and shit. They're fucking go speed go.
Well, no. The problem is, like, I had a chiropractor appointment this morning, and fucking I pulled out of my fucking apartment complex. Sure shit, Subaru right in front of me. Speed limit's 45. They're doing 35. I'm like, you motherfucker.
All I ask now, listen, him and I, for our listeners, understand that we're not the norm. We should be, but we're not.
We should, yeah.
I drive the way I drive.
Oh, you drive the Jurassic Park fucking Jeep now. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Jurassic Park Jeep.
We drive the way we drive because we've never left Iraq.
True or false? Or Germany. I mean...
So
combination of
I
both.
drive like I'm in Ramadi or Fallujah, which means fuck you.
Yeah, like outside
get out
City,
of my way,
get it the fuck out.
Or I'm going to put a 50 caliber Mark 19 round through your back door and blow you off the road because I just.
But now you drive like you're tracking fucking dinosaurs, dude. Like you're tracking fucking velociraptors and T-Rex.
You know what? We're done being friends. I don't like you, man.
I'm so gonna get a decal that says Jurassic Park and throw that on your brand new Jeep.
It's not a fucking Jeep. I would never. Listen. I'm anti-Jeep with their stupid little rubber duckies. Little rubber duckies.
It's a Jeep.
It's not a Jeep. It's a Bronco. There's a humongous difference.
It's a Bronco.
Like a whole different brand.
You got a tow hook. What you could have used that tow hook?
I don't have a tow hook yet, but
don't lie. You got a winch.
Tow hook.
You got a winch. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I like to pull shit out of the ground.
Okay.
I don't have it's not a fucking Jeep.
It's a fucking Jurassic Park Jeep.
It's not a Jurassic Park. I'm feeling really like.
What's your wife call the Jeep? What's your wife's nickname for the Jeep?
It's not a fucking Jeep.
What's your wife call your brand new vehicle?
What's it called? What kind of vehicle is it?
Jurassic Park Jeep.
No, say it right.
What'd she call it? Just tell everybody what's your wife called a fucking vehicle you bought. Just say it.
Blue.
What? Blue? Why she calls it blue?
Because
Jurassic World, bitch. Just accept it. You got a Jurassic Park vehicle, ready to hunt dinosaurs.
I really dislike you right now. Okay, listen. I'm a Bronco guy. That sounds weird. I have rode. That sounds weird too. How can I phrase right? Okay, so starting off as a young airman.
I don't want to hear this shit.
Back in 1994.
Nobody wants to hear this shit.
I don't care. You're here because you're coming after my manhood with this. I had a Bronco. That was what we had. Vehicles we had in there.
Just accept it. You got a Jurassic Park Jeep. If I could, I would get an 18 black dot van with the red stripes. If I had, I could find it. But you got a Jurassic Park Jeep. Just accept it.
I would tell you something. There's going to come a day in the future where I'm going to buy an 18 blacked out van for your fucking ass, and you're going to drive that son of a bitch, and I'm going to humiliate you.
I would be like fucking, you remember, oh, it's cool. We got to go pick up Blue. Blue, he's old. He's cool. That's what I do.
I'm glad that we diverted off topic so you can make fun of my.
Oh, okay. The best thing I seen in California, though, we was driving on the 405 in LA, and it was the day I was leaving, and it was fucking great because I laughed the entire time before we got to LAX. There was a white Bronco in front of us with a custom plate. It had a custom plate. You know what the plate said?
Yo, OJ.
No, it said Little Juice. LIL Juice. I was like, and it was a white Bronco. I was like, my man.
Was it a?
It was one of the newer Broncos.
It was one of the newer ones. Okay.
It was one of the newer ones, but it was.
But forever immortalized is that model of that white Bronco, which was the last time they produced them was I think 95 or 96.
Yeah.
And I remember we had them in the old, back in the old Air Force. We had them. And they were fun, man. You remember
the little blue ones, ones that were all beat up,
but
they had fucking discolored fucking top.
But I remember we rolled them.
Oh yeah,
and like they wouldn't, but they were beasts. And so a buddy of mine's like, "Why did you get a Jeep?" Well, I had a Jeep.
Oh, you got a Jeep?
I had.
Oh, I thought you.
When I was younger, I bought a CJ7, 1977, I think it was CJ7. Engine wasn't the original engine. This thing was. Listen, I'm from Florida. We build swamp monsters, right? We want to go mud and we want to go across lakes. This thing got like 4 miles a gallon. This was absolutely your typical bad decision as an airman to spend money on it. But I did it.
I mean, now, look at the airmen today. Let me get a fucking Dodge Charger.
Yeah. Now you see people driving Jeeps. And this is what kills me. Oh, this is gonna get bad because we got some listeners with some Jeeps.
Oh yeah.
So let me direct this issue. If you're driving,
Jason got a Jeep, so don't take it personal.
If you're driving a Jeep and you put little duckies on your dashboard, stop. Okay, that's dumb. Okay. If you,
I'm glad you were very careful with your words.
I was.
You were careful with your words.
If you have 33-inch tires on your Jeep and you still have your fenders, trade your Jeep in. You can't do that. Okay. I've got news for you. The majority of the Jeep drivers with their, if you see me upside down, if I see you upside down and you have 33-inch tires on a stock Jeep with the fenders on there, I'm gonna laugh at your fucking ass.
Wait. Speaking of that, speaking of upside down, have you seen the new trend with vehicle accidents? If you drive past a vehicle accident, you're supposed to wind down your window and say, "You can't park there." So I just watched a video, no lie, and it said Philadelphia. I gotta give Philadelphia a shout out because it's filthy.
What?
Oh yeah.
You're giving what?
Philadelphia a shout out because somebody rolled by. It was like, "You can't park there." The chick pulled out a gun from her waistband. Pop, pop, pop. Only in Philly, baby. Only in Philly.
That's so Philly. That's so Philly, yeah. And you're giving them a shout out. Let's do some shout outs. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. Only my boy Mike Tomlin can take a shit sandwich and shit it up worse than he already had. Let me tell you something. What Mike Tomlin, the head coach of the Steelers, has done is equivalent to taking a beautiful Italian sub and dumping a load of fucking vinegar on it.
You know what? The receiving core I'm kind of happy about.
Why?
I like Woods.
Okay.
Woods got a lot of... Woods is good. Metcalf. Aaron Rodgers, I ain't thrilled about Aaron Rodgers.
As long as he mentors the young quarterback that's in the room right now.
Yeah. If he mentors him, yeah, but the two receivers, all right. Pickens, you needed to get rid of.
Well, so let's talk about the state of Pittsburgh as a whole. This is a city that it's my adopted city. I have become this weird hybrid Southern Yinzer, right? I find myself.
No, you can't even say Southern. You're full blown fucking.
I have adopted that word and mixed it into this vocabulary of Southern words, and sometimes it makes me feel weird. But I have watched the Steel City, the City of Bridges, this beautiful cultural clash that just works. This blue collar iron, monstrosity that is. We have gone from a city that has had Stanley Cups and Super Bowls and Pirates. Not kidding. I tried to hold on. And now we have
the Pirates is like a domestic relationship.
Yeah. It is.
I feel it's almost like
abused.
I feel abused, and it's almost like Stockholm syndrome.
It is.
Like, no matter how bad they fuck shit up, you're still like, oh, I love the Pirates. I love the Pirates.
So we're watching. I was on ESPN the other day. I was looking for some football, real football, which is soccer for you Americans. Content, and I ran across an article about Skeens.
Yeah.
Who is? I think most people in America.
He has the best ERA for pitchers in the National League with a losing record.
He's a generational talent.
He's going to end up at the Yankees or Boston or a big team club in a year or two.
Those of us who are old enough understand that when you look at Skeens' pitch, it's like looking at Nolan Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
And as a Pittsburgh fan, and listen, I grew up a Braves fan. It was the closest team. My grandmother, God rest her soul, she took me there. Some of my best memories as a child was meeting Dale Murphy, Gary Carter, Bobby just watching that go from being crap to gold. Sometimes at the expense of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Sid Bream, Barry Bonds, right? That amazing Sid Bream slide that kind of doomed Pittsburgh and elevated. So my heart really goes out to Pittsburgh because moving here, you adopt the city that you love. You adopt the people that you love. Pittsburgh is a wonderfully diverse city with just amazing people in it. Hard-nosed, badass dudes. Like, pound for pound, this city, if you wanted to have a street fight, I'd take Pittsburgh. Because I legitimately think most Pittsburghs they'll fuck somebody up. Off principle.
Off principle. Not
So-
as bad as Philly, but
apparently Philly full a gun on you for joking around with them. But what has happened to the Pittsburgh Pirates, and especially with Paul Skeens, is an absolute disgrace to the profession of baseball. Bob Nutnut is an absolute he should be stripped of his ownership duties at this point. And I've heard this now multiple times throughout the week from the professional talking heads about the disaster that Pittsburgh baseball is. And it's sad because we really have a fan base that thrives and loves the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they have a beautiful stadium, a cathedral to baseball that really is just one of the best stadiums in all of baseball to this day. And it's disgusting to watch. We know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
We know that maybe not this year, but in the offseason, Skeens is gone.
Oh, yeah.
He's gone.
Well, it's so bad. You haven't brought anything in to support him. And there's a meme out there right now with Tommy Pham, playing outfield with a fucking batting glove on his throwing. Like, who the fuck does that? Like Tommy Pham, 5 years ago when he played for St. Louis, okay, fucking, he's putting up numbers where you need him. But I think he's batting maybe a 190 right now.
Well, we have seen this year, statistically speaking, we've seen batting averages dropped.
Oh, all across the board.
Pitching has gotten better, or there's some factor in there. But when you look at the Pittsburgh Pirates, it's almost like the Savannah Bananas are playing in the major leagues. It's a fucking joke.
I think the Savannah Bananas would do better.
At least they deliver some entertainment, right?
Yeah.
They got some dance moves. I mean, I don't really want. I mean, listen, I don't want to take my wife to their Savannah Bananas because they got. We leave that alone.
In your prime, you'd fuck like two of the guys, I'm sure. Just saying.
I really don't like him. I probably would. Anyway, I digress.
But no, you look at it like not a knock against Andrew McCutcheon. He's on the down slope. He's going to retire this year.
And he was a loyal. Kutch should be considered probably one of the great Pittsburgh players.
100%.
Because he dedicated himself to a franchise that doesn't give a shit about winning.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he came back at his age. He's still performing.
Yeah.
He is still performing. Andrew McCutcheon, and it's not a knock on Andrew McCutcheon.
No.
He's performing.
I would love when he retired. I'd love now. But I would love when he retires to get him on the podcast. And I would love to hear his
open honesty about the Pirates organization.
Not just about that, but about Pittsburgh, because there was a draw. There was an obvious draw to coming back to Pittsburgh. And there are so many things that you identify when you go to a city, right?
Well, he's a Florida boy. He's from Florida. You know, he started his career in Pittsburgh, fell in love with the city, bought a home. You know, he moved around a bit. And, of course, he came back to Pittsburgh because he wants to finish his career here.
But it has to be painful.
It has to be painful. And you can applaud him all day long. But you got people like him and Ryan Reynolds, you know.
Meanwhile, it feels like, you remember the character Alf?
Yeah.
Remember Alf? You remember Alf? Alf? It feels like you have Alf running the organization.
It feels like you got Napoleon Dynamite running the fucking organization.
And then this is the same jack nut fuck off that owns a local distillery in the downtown Pittsburgh area that these millennial kids that know no better think is good fucking whiskey.
Well, it's so bad. So my girlfriend was asking about local distilleries, and she's like, "So are local like small distilleries good?" And I couldn't give her a straight, honest answer. I was like, it's a coin flip. It's a 50-50. I was like, you know, in the Pittsburgh area, we got two decent distilleries that distills whiskey that we enjoy.
Yes.
You know, Iron City Distillery.
And Liberty Pole. Yeah.
You know, and then you have two others we're not going to mention.
Yeah. We won't mention them.
We won't mention them. That's complete shit. And it's just...
And people will gravitate to those two sometimes.
Because they cater to that generational of people TikToker,
sweater vest wearing, man bun. I'm a beta male. I submit myself to the woman. I'm afraid to be a man. I've been demasculated. My parents don't love me. I
live in my parents' basement.
I don't know how to do shit for myself. Changing oil. Oh my God, what do I do? I'm a pussy. That guy? Is that what you mean? That generation of man? Because that's what I run into around Pittsburgh a lot. There's a lot of
it's not just Pittsburgh. It's all across.
It's all over. Yeah, I mean, let's face it. Let's face it.
I'll say
dads haven't been allowed to be dads the way that our dads were to us.
I'll say the generation from 26 to 34. Yeah. That's the generation you run. Just lost.
For God forbid we fight a conflict with that generation leading our charge, because they are weak, demasculated, unworthy men, and it's sad.
Well, it's so bad. We need to go back to the old school, I'd say mid to late '90s, early 2000 R&B. You know what I mean? There hasn't been good R&B since the early 2000s. So man, they listen to all this emo shit. Let me cut my wrist.
I need to dye my hair. I'm going to get a nose piercing. Listen, if you disrespected your dad when you were growing up, what do you do?
Oh, dude, he'd punch me in my face.
Yeah, 100%.
I guarantee you he'd punch me in my face.
I mean, if you disrespected your principal or teacher when you were in school, what happened to you back in the day?
Oh, you get a fucking whooping.
They beat the fuck out of you. Let me tell you, they beat you like it was a bonus content. Like, you remember when you hit the bonus thing on Nintendo?
Can you imagine in the workforce now? Like, back in the 90s, I would have loved to have been a teacher or principal that could fucking, whack somebody's head. Can you imagine being in the workplace, being able to have a paddle and being able to whack somebody that was fucking stupid? You would look forward to that. I know this motherfucker's gonna fuck up, and I'm gonna whoop his ass.
You want to be fired or you want to be beaten? And because if I was the manager, I'd be like, dude, would you like to be fired or do you want some discipline? Because I feel like I need to administrate some discipline to correct your actions, or you can quit. Whichever you choose, I'd be okay with. And I would light that motherfucking ass. Let me tell you something. I had a principal at Hawthorne Junior and Senior High School in Florida. My dad was a teacher. He was a history teacher. This is a junior, senior high in a rural area, farm community. And the principal of this junior and senior high school was a guy. This is bad. We're talking 30 some odd years later. I remember this name, Lamar Simmons. Lamar Simmons was a 6'6", huge black dude. I mean, like when you looked at him, he had things pop. He would look at you and things pop out. Like, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Right? And I don't remember what I did because I did a lot of shit. I was a shady kid. Sometimes I was a good kid at heart.
Well, you're still a shady adult. Let's be honest.
I mean, listen.
You know what I mean?
I have a good heart, but I got a mischievous mind. Okay, so I did something. I landed in Lamar, Mr. Simmons. I was still scared of his ass.
Mr. Simmons. Mr. Simmons.
I ain't even going to distract him. But I was like, well, you better talk to my dad, right? My dad's like, beat him, like, boom. There was no discussion. He was like, beat his ass. I'm like, what? Right? So Lamar pulls out this paddle, and he's got, you know how Crown Royal bottles got a velvet?
Yeah.
This motherfucker pulls this paddle out and pulls off that velvet. And we were in an office, but it was like God's light shine on the paddle hit me in the face. It was like, ah. It popped right in my face, and I went, oh, sweet dear Jesus. It had holes in it. It had holes in it so we could get more aerodynamic when it hits your ass. And it was like, I'm going to give you a choice. You can be expelled, or you can take this beating, child. And I said, well, I'll be expelled.
I'll be expelled today.
I said, I'll be expelled. He's like, yeah, that's not an option. So to me, you set me up to be fucked up, right? He hit me 7 times with this paddle. I saw Jesus 6 out of 7 times. The 7th time, I didn't see anything because I think I passed out. But you know what? To this day, we're talking 30 some odd years later. What do I remember? Who do I respect?
Oh yeah,
Lamar Simmons, Mr. Sweet God Almighty, Lamar Simmons. God bless your soul. Hope you're in heaven. That's what we're missing.
You know what I missed? I'm so mad. I'll never forget my junior year in high school watching Dazed and Confused.
You came out?
No, I didn't come out. I didn't come out. Still not coming out. But no, like you remember the beginning of Dazed and Confused where all the seniors were making their fucking paddles for the fucking I feel you know how great that would have been to be able to like
hazing
like people were like hazing. So no, it's not. Like I got hazed. I mean, it was nothing bad as getting spanked, but you know, as a freshman on the football team,
when we were,
it's a rite of passage.
But we were off. So if you were involved in athletics, you kind of had
a little hazing.
You had a little hazing, but you were kind of like grandfathered in. Like I remember, like the football players would be like, "Ain't no hazing our freshmen," because some of the freshmen were so good they didn't want to mess with.
Well,
you'd rather win than get your boys hazed.
Well, it's so bad. I'll never forget my freshman year in high school, played football. We were up at, you went away for football camp. You went to this, like, forget where it was, but
we didn't. We just sucked it up in Florida heat.
It was like an hour or two away up at this camp. It was a camp. You were up there for 2 weeks. And I'll never forget, you know, as a freshman, fucking Travis Burke, he was year older than me, not even a fucking senior, just a year older than me, but you know, freshman, get the fucking haze him. Fucking threw icy hot all up in my jock strap. And I'll never forget that practice, how bad my shit fucking burnt.
Well, we're getting that time, right? It's almost football camp.
It's almost football camp time, yeah.
I mean, listen.
I mean, those were good times.
That's a torturous story. Icy hot in the jock. I remember I got busted when I was in 10th grade. Ed Moore. These are all teachers that so if you remember a name of a teacher, right, they had an impact on you. So I had 2 teachers. One was Gunnar Paulson. Gunnar Paulson was an All-American at the University of Florida. He graduated from Hollywood High School in Florida with my mom and dad. They knew each other. My mom was an educator and Gunnar Paulson was an educator. So I drew him for like 10th grade math. I walked in there like King Dingling, right? You know, what's up, coach? No. Number one, I was bad at math. Number two, Gunnar Paulson was all 6'2" at the age of, I think, 50 at that point, and diesel. Like, he had guns. And like, I should have known better. As a child, you should, at my age, at that age, I should have perceived the threat. And I sat down, and he started doing his lecture, and I laid my head down on the desk, and I went to sleep because I didn't understand it. Even though I was labeled gifted, I was dumb because I didn't pay attention.
Gifted doesn't always mean gifted.
Don't mean gifted.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You might have been gifted, but you might have been gifted.
An eraser, and he whizzed that motherfucker, hit me in the side of the head like it was a fastball from Nolan Ryan. For those of you who don't know who Nolan Ryan is, yeah, that's all I got for you. These were people. These were men that 100% demanded the best from you all the time. And that's something we haven't done this generation.
Yeah. Did your dad grow up in Florida?
Yes.
Did you go to the same high school your dad went to?
No. They were in South Florida.
Okay. I went to the same high school my dad went to.
You what?
Okay. I had a math teacher who had my dad
Jesus.
As a student. And the first thing he asked me was like, is your dad so-and-so? And I was like, yeah, that's my dad. It's like, your dad threw an eraser at me one day.
You're paying the sins for the father.
I ended up failing his math class. I failed his math class. And I knew I was failing. I knew I was fucking... He had... Instead of the 10 commandments, he had like 120 commandments of like shit you can't do in his class. No chewing gum, no farting, no this, no this. No
how do you do no farting?
I don't know, but the thing is, if you fucked up and broke any one of those 120 rules, you had to write it 120 times. It was fucked up.
Do you think they do that nowadays?
No, they're too soft. Fucking, parents wouldn't fucking stand for that shit. But ever since he told me my dad threw an eraser at him, I was like, all right, father like son. Father like son.
You might as well embrace it.
I had to.
That's a family tradition.
I knew I was fucked from the get-go. And I was like, maybe he'll find it funny because I will.
I remember.
Sure shit. I'll never forget it for the entire fucking... Until the day I die. I fucking throw a fucking eraser at him.
You missed.
I missed. I definitely missed. I missed, but I fucking took the chance. I threw it at him. I had to write that I will not disrupt class 120 fucking times.
I mean, when Gunnar Paulson threw that eraser at me, guess what? He didn't miss. That dude hit my head. He hit me square in the temple. And just back in the days when the eraser was filled with chalk dust. I had buddies of mine in the class, right? And oh man, and the worst part was there was this girl in the class. I had this huge crush on her. She was the prettiest girl in the world, man. And she was like, that drove it, right? Because we're stupid at that age, right? We're all full of...
Oh, I'm gonna fucking impress the fuck out of her.
So
fucking alpha male bitch.
She said that eraser hit my head, and it looked like the Lord. She said, looked like the Lord formed clouds. And just a big eraser touched over my head. And now, I want you to picture this, right? 30 years later, he's in his 70s.
Yeah.
He's in his 70s now. He still asks about me to my mom. And I still ask about him to my mom. Because that was a man, and this is a lesson for society that you and I both know is true. That was a man that taught me something.
Yeah.
He was hard. This was a hard man. But he was a man that taught me there's a line. And motherfucker, if you cross it, so I will knock you the fuck out, right?
How many teachers do you remember from growing up?
5 teachers.
Okay, that's one more than me. I remember, like I'll run into people from high school off and on because I'm from here.
Because you're from here.
And they'll be like, oh, you remember? I'm like, no, I don't remember. I remember 4 teachers because they were that impactful in my life.
All 5 of these teachers were people that said, "Here's a standard. I'm not gonna compromise my standard for you, because if I compromise my," and this is looking back.
Yeah.
If I compromise my standard, I compromise you as an adult and what you're going to do all the way down. Gunnar Paulson, Edward Moore, Mrs. Richardson, Mrs. Dale, and our band director.
Oh, you were a band nerd?
I wasn't a band nerd, but I was in jazz. But
you were a band nerd. Don't try to sugarcoat. You was a band nerd.
Get knocked out. I'll tell you something. Chick cock's gonna happen.
I was in jazz. I wasn't in band. I was in jazz.
Miss Mary is what I called her. She demanded absolute excellence out of us. She taught me things as a young man I didn't know I could be. So I was a football player, but I broke my leg, and I had to sit in the band section while I was recuperating. All right, cool, because of whatever. Well,
because you were in band. Don't try to spice it up. I was in jazz.
So there was some beef with some dudes. Anyways, we get back to the high school after an away game. We knew a fight was brewing, right? We knew it. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
We get off the bus and a fight breaks out. My brother Corey rushes in. All my boys come in and we're fighting. I mean, this is stupid. We're throwing instruments at people. We're hitting. This is a brawl. This is a prop. Listen, this will make our British cousins.
Did you play the trombone? Yeah, you played the fucking trombone, didn't you? You motherfucker, you played the trombone. Please tell me you played the trombone.
No, but the way you did that was so.
You played the fucking trombone.
I was a saxophone player.
Okay.
Which is equally embarrassing. But do remember Kenny G was popular.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny G was man.
Played the clarinet.
We're throwing. You play the meat clarinet. Anyway, instruments are being thrown around, and we get this big brawl. The next day, listen. There have been few women in this world that have intimidated me, except for my wife. The way this woman intimidated me, but she taught me a valuable lesson. There was accountability when I was a child, and while I was growing up. There were people that were willing to place accountability on me.
Yeah.
And that's what we don't have now.
And sadly, we don't even have that in the adult world anymore. Like in the workplace, there's no accountability. So I got to ask you, growing up, everybody got their rival high schools and shit. Did you guys have a place that, everybody congregated at, and, shit was going to pop off?
Oh, yeah.
And you would, even if you wasn't in the mix, you was going just to see what popped off?
Yeah, so what's funny is I know for a fact that there are several listeners on the podcast that went to both of these high schools. They're friends of mine. We reconnected in later years, and I love you both. I love all of you because you guys hold a special place in my heart. But my rival high school in Gainesville, Florida was Bullits. Bullits produced about 6 or 7 NFL players to the University of Florida and to other universities like Travis McGriff, played for the Broncos. We produced at Gainesville High School a lot of NFL players: Kenny Bynum, Dat Nugent, some other ones that became
people nobody remembers, but okay, I get it.
Dat used the Hall of Fame, but whatever. I mean, he's Dallas Cowboys, so I kind of canceled it. But what was weird about Gainesville being a huge college town is you lived in the shadow of UF. University of Florida is huge. So you didn't have like our stadium and their stadium. You had a common stadium called Citizens Field. And Citizens Field wasn't in the best part of town, but that's where we play our rival games.
Yeah.
And so when Bullits and GHS would face off, it got nasty. Bullits' mascot was the Bobcat. Gainesville High School was the Purple Hurricane. You can't do a lot with a Purple Hurricane. What do you do? So they came through our high school one night because it was an open campus, not like it is nowadays, and they tossed piss and shit all over the windows and crap like that, right? We're like, hey, you motherfuckers, right? All right. Because I'm a junior, senior year, right? We're like, all right, we got you, bitch. So in Florida, Bobcats are plentiful. You're a college town, but you're surrounded by rural farmlands.
Yeah.
So a couple of the offensive linemen who who are normally your country boys, right? They went out and they shot a few bobcats for us. And we took the bobcat carcasses and we ran them through the Bullits High School and we rubbed them all over the place and we hung them on strings in front of their principal's office. Now, we didn't understand that was a bridge too far at that age, but it was. What it started was almost a riot between the two high schools at the Friday night game. It was the last game we played.
Oh, shit.
So, a lot of people know who Anthony Richardson is.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Plays for the Colts. He went to Eastside High School. Eastside High School was in my hometown. But Eastside was weird because it was your back toilet program where the really smart kids would go. You know, like they had this like exchange thing. So you had this weird culture of like really smart kids in a school with really kind of distressed areas around. And Anthony Richardson was a gem, but they always pumped out like super players. So they weren't our rivals. Bullits,
because they beat the shit out of you, I'm guessing.
No, they were actually division lower than us.
Oh, okay.
And we sucked my first 2 years. We were friggin' state champs or runners up my second 2 years. Bullits always seemed to field one of those huge teams. But you're talking about Florida football, and you had to go up against the likes of Miami-Dade, St. Augustine, Belle Glades, Tampa, Jesuit, some of these. I mean, look at your NFL players. This is where these Florida
massive fucking schools.
Yeah, this is where football comes from.
Like
Lakeland.
Quad A's.
The Pouncey twins and Percy Harvin were on, University of Florida.
We need to get the Pouncey twins on this base because they do fucking liquor.
Yeah, so, this is, that's my area. It was never a gimme game. So even if you were 0-10 and you played Bullits, you stood up because that's your cross. I mean, listen, you're a teenage dude, and the girls at Bullits and the girls at GHS. I mean, this is so stupid, but you were doing this for a lot. The stakes were high. They were high.
Your stories are getting like Craig's. Get to the point.
I didn't even. Yeah, we had some. Citizens Field. You didn't go around there.
So here, I don't want to say Pittsburgh because, I'm outside of Pittsburgh growing up. We had Eaton Park and Robinson Township. And you had...
The sad part is I've heard the stories.
Oh, yeah. You've heard the stories. So you get Stowe Rocks, you get Montour, Moon High School, North Fayette, South Fayette, and a few other schools.
What about Central Catholic?
No, because
they didn't draw that way.
No, because they're more in the city, and they recruit a lot. That's fucking bullshit. But you would get a lot of schools out at the Eden Park and Robinson, right where we work at.
Yeah.
And every Friday, Saturday night, it'd fucking pop off. And I'll never forget, I had a 92 RS fucking Camaro, fucking tricked out.
Is that one you flipped?
I didn't flip that one. It was fucking blue with 2 white racing stripes, fucking tinted out,
Did you have a Affliction t-shirt on?
No, before Affliction. But
you had a Billabong? You had a Quicksilver?
I'd roll out with some big-ass dudes from my fucking school. And I'll never forget, there's this one night somebody fucking threw something at my fucking car because they thought I was rolling solo that night. And fucking, half the fucking basketball team or football team fucking rolled out the fucking back of my car.
Eminem, Dan Taylor got that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm the real Slim Shady.
but I mean, that's where it was. Like it used to just pop off, and you get in fights with just, you ain't really like know anybody, but you knew them from sports or knew them from this, knew them from that, and you fucking get into it.
But do you feel like you learned a lesson through all that?
No, it's just fucking immaturity. Just fucking like, I'm gonna rep my fucking school. I'm gonna rep my, where I'm from.
Rep my hood.
I'm gonna rep my hood, motherfucker. But it was fucking. It was.
But nowadays, how does that end?
Like, I don't think they
gunfights.
I don't even think they do that now. Like, you know what I mean? Because it used to be to the point where they'd have police officers out there from Robinson Township and Moon Township. And now I don't think that's the spot. Like, I don't know where kids go now.
It's never good, right? Looking back as an adult, you go, Man, that was childish.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And man, I could have probably.
But the thing is, it even carried over in college. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not at a different college, but the same college. Like I went to Gannon University, and we had beef with the wrestling and lacrosse team as a football player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys had it beef internally.
Internal beef. Like it was crazy. I'll never forget. Like they fucked up our running back's car, and I'll never forget. They like busted out his windows or something. So like the O-line went out, and I think it was the lacrosse team at the time. They found like the star lacrosse player, found his fucking car, flipped it on his fucking top, fucking spun it around and left it
like
in the middle of the
replacements
street.
and shit.
Like, yeah, 100%. It was just like, you don't fuck with our running back. You know what I mean?
Y'all are fighting each other.
Like I'll never forget. Like I got fucked up by one of the guys from the wrestling team because like he knew I was on the football team. Oh, dude,
I bet he put you on the mat.
Oh, dude, he fucking slammed.
He just slammed you down. He put your head on that.
He
mat,
slammed my boy Anthony. Like I gotta get Anthony on the fucking podcast.
I want to hear about how you got bent over.
I got fucked up.
I bet you did.
I
bet it stuck with you.
But I mean. I don't know if you have that anymore. Because
I think we have taken away from the American male,
like
the nature of being a male, right? I'm not saying it's right or wrong to be that aggressive, but there was something that you learned as a boy, becoming a man, about sometimes you're gonna run your mouth and you're gonna get punched.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you're gonna run your mouth and you're gonna get into it. Sometimes you need to run your mouth, and sometimes you need to be the protector of women.
Well, even that
all the way forward.
So you remember after 9/11, fucking, it didn't matter what branch you served in, what you did in the fucking military. You were a fucking hero. You were a fucking hero. And sadly, a lot of the military bases are located in college towns or rural areas. So, you know, as a young military male, you got money, you got your own place, you got your own car. So you're doing better than your counterparts who are in college, living off mom and dad, living in the fucking dorms or fucking scraping end to end. And I'll never forget, like, especially in Louisiana, there's been enough, you know, there's that guy or two or three guys that you don't really like in your unit that you pick on them. You bully the shit out of them. You fucking haze the shit out of them.
Or you avoid them.
Or you avoid them.
Altogether, yeah.
But the thing is, you see them out at a bar or a nightclub or whatever, and they're getting fucked with.
They're your boys.
That's your little fucking brother. You don't fuck with him. And that's
well, it's like being a brother. I get to pick on you. I'm your brother. Anybody else picks on you. Nah, bro. That's not how this.
Because I don't remember how many times in Louisiana, like shit popped off. Like guys, we didn't care for. They were fucking lame as fuck. It was like, yo, you don't fuck with him.
Yeah, that's
and shit would fucking pop off, and it's just like.
Now, does he think have us?
No, not at all.
We definitely have strayed far from the warrior ethos, I think. Now maybe we'll get it back. I have hope. I have been fortunate enough to meet Pete Hesketh in person. Not that he would remember me, but I believe that there are the intentions of restoring the warrior ethos to the warrior and making men again. I think that women need to support that. I think that women need to desire a man that's a man, and that they need to understand that we're biologically wired different. I'm there. I'm built. You're built to protect.
Oh yeah.
We are built to carry. We are built to die for our family, for our existence. And it bothers me that we have raised a generation of children into adults that don't see that. They don't understand that. Well,
I mean,
it doesn't exist for them.
I think that's anything. Like, you know, as the generations grow on, you don't want your kids to struggle like you struggled or your parents struggle.
But it ends
you
up breeding a weaker.
It's like it says. I forget who it was. Like, you know, a generation of weak men will just breed weak men, and it doesn't take until.
And then you got to start the process over
again.
So we look at it, and we look at the World War II generation. who really advanced America's values, Western values, manhood values, right? And then the Vietnam generation that were assaulted from the time they put on the uniform.
Well, it's so bad. Like I was in California. I went fishing. It wasn't really deep sea fishing, but it was kind of deep sea fishing. And there was a guy with a Vietnam vet hat on. First thing I told him was, "Welcome home."
Yeah,
because they didn't.
They never got that.
They never got that, and he appreciated that.
We started seeing that with the Vietnam era. My dad, Vietnam vet, never felt I never saw his uniform except for hanging in his closet. He was ashamed of it, right? And then our generation, where we were celebrated more so than our Vietnam vets for a while.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah.
And now we're despised.
And I think we're kind of. It's almost we're old guys now, and I think we're. In another 5 to 10 years, we're going to be forgotten.
Yeah,
just like the Vietnam guys,
and that's understandable. But we didn't circle back to the tough generation of World War I and World War II men. What we've found ourselves in is a generation of boys that can't understand what gender they are.
Yeah.
And they can't fight for themselves. They're scared to talk. They're scared to act. They're demasculated. Women have crushed them.
I mean, it's the whole your grandparents served in World War II or the Korean War.
Yeah.
And that's I think that's the biggest regret I'll have in my life. My one grandfather, he died when I was young. He served in World War II and the Korean War. My other grandfather, I don't know if he served in World War II, but he did serve in the Korean War. Best story ever, and I still fucking laughed my day. Like, no, recently during Easter, like we were talking about my grandfather, and he was in the Korean War. He was shot in the head. I always thought he was shot in the leg.
I remember you telling me.
I thought he was shot in the leg for the longest fucking.
I don't mean to laugh, but you got to understand, as veterans, we got some dark fucking humor.
So he was shot in the head. He has a steel plate in his head. Like, he died like in 2005. God rest his soul. But he used to send money back home to his brother.
This is so bad, but it's so funny to us.
But it talks about like the communication between now and then. So he got shot in the head, and so
dudes are like,
he's dead. So his brothers thought he was sending money home back to his brother to like put away for him. So his brother thought, oh shit, my brother's dead. I got all this fucking money. I'm gonna
hookers and blow.
Hookers and blow. And my grandfather comes back and is like, I thought you was dead. And me, my dad, and my brother, we laugh about it all the time. But I wish, everything we've been through, I wish I had more time with both my grandfathers
to hear.
To hear the stories. Because when I was young, they wouldn't share those stories with me because I was your kid's age. But now as an adult, I'm like, oh, that shit they would have shared. They would have laughed about it.
That's the gold in life, right? That's the honey.
Oh,
in life is. I mean, my father, who's a Vietnam vet, did 3 tours of Vietnam, never talked to us.
Yeah.
And you have been part of our family so long. You got to be there where you got to. He finally opened up, and I remember that happening. I'm like, what the fuck? Why now? Well, because I was at that age, right?
Well, it's so funny. So my grandfather had a friend. He didn't have any family growing up, and my parents kind of like adopted him. So he was like a pseudo uncle to me growing up. And he was in the Korean and Vietnam War in the Navy. And I'll never forget going to the VFW when I came back from like my first or second deployment, and the stories I was like, what the?
You came back traumatized.
I came back traumatized. I was like, Uncle Bob, like, what the?
Who is this guy?
I was like, because short guy, very Christian based, like very like on the straight. And the stories we talked about at the VFWs, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. And he's like, you know what he told me? He was like, you know how the military is.
Yeah.
Uncle Bob, you have no idea how much I know how the military is.
Is it bad that when I retired from the military, I felt lost, right? You feel lost. They say, you say to yourself, it won't happen. I'm ready. I'm done. Mm-hmm. But then you walk into a place with veterans. It's the only place you feel comfortable. You walk into a VFW, and you're like, it's improv. It's comedy time. Because these dudes, these are all guys you can relate to at some level or another. It's an interesting feeling to walk and age a little bit and have to go through this as an adult when you leave. But yeah, I remember not understanding until I was much older about what my dad went through and what my great grandfather went through. As far as being like a World War II guy or Korean guy, and I know now I'm gonna have to pass that on. Eventually, you and I are gonna be the old Afghanistan, Iraq guys, right? Mm-hmm. Like out of nowhere.
Nowhere. We're almost there. I mean, you think about it.
No, I don't want to think about it.
You think about it.
I don't want to think about it. Don't you say it.
We're in 2025.
Don't you say it.
We're in 2025.
Oh, sweet God Almighty. Listen.
Where was 15 years ago? 2005.
15 years ago, my daughter, my sweet princess, 15 years ago, 2025. What year was that? 2020?
2005 is 15 years ago.
My sweet little girl was 14 years old, and now she is on the cusp of being a married woman. Jesus Christ. My son,
crazy, right?
Who is a year younger, is in a committed relationship and at the cusp of real manhood, right? Leaving and going off on his own.
I want to punch him in the head right now, and I'll tell you about that
because
later.
I mean, he's a boy. While I'm on that subject, so guys, I want you to check out Andrew Dixon. Listen, I'm a little biased here. Andrew Dixon is my daughter's boyfriend. He is an amazing, phenomenal.
I played him while I was over in California to my girlfriend, and she was like, "Wow,
so
who is this?"
Did you see what happened? He dropped his newest single. He was supposed to release, I think, tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 9th, right?
No, we're past the 9th. I think it's. I don't know what today
Whatever
is.
the 11th is supposed to drop. But iTunes and Spotify, iHeart, and all these music platforms released it like on the 3rd. So I promoted it. I shot out, boom, right away. I was like, go check out Andrew Dixon's newest single. Check it out, and it's good. It's a real country music song that he went back. He went and found his voice with a professional producer, and he had fun, and it rejuvenated him. And I don't care if he ever makes it super big, but he's got a passion. He's got a passion for God, and he's got a passion for my daughter. That's all I can ask for.
Well, what's the cowboy song he has?
Cowboys Ain't Cool. That was his.
I played that for my girlfriend. And she was like, "This is fucking like who." She thought it was somebody big and famous, and I was like, "Nah, that's my buddies."
So no, and Andrew Dixon. Look him up on iTunes. Look him up on any media platform. Cowboys Ain't Cool was his most previous release, and it's interesting. Being kind of an observer to this with my daughter and him, and I know he's my future son-in-law. I love the kid. He's got. You've met him.
Oh,
we approve.
We were the. Well, he was on the podcast. Yeah. He was on the podcast. He did a bunch of songs. It was a good time.
He's got such a positive outlook on this, and it's such an interesting. The music world is so interesting as far as how you have to be to get there, and he's got people that are mentoring him, big names that are mentoring him. It's really, when you're the outside looking, you don't understand, but when you get to see the inside, you pull the curtain back, you see what it takes to get to that place of success, however you measure it.
Wow. Well, it's so bad. Like right now, like I'm waiting for him to because he constantly posts on social media like where he's performing at, and I so want to take a flight or drive down.
Oh yeah,
and just see him in concert, because like we for the last 2 years we've seen him on your back deck or inside the house.
He'll pick up a guitar and we'll put him on the spot, man. I can't think of anything more uncomfortable than maybe your perhaps future father-in-law being like, "Hey man, play me some music." And don't fuck it up, right? Like that's pressure. If there's anybody in Nashville that understands, like him and I, we've killed people, and we're telling you, play us music, and it better be good,
or we're gonna fuck you
or
up.
some shit's gonna fucking happen. Like I don't know what else is worthy of a contract. I mean, personally speaking, now I'm not in that industry, and there's a lot of blowjobs that run that fucking music industry. A lot of fucking cock knobs that have their dick up there.
Dude, it's at the point I'd suck some dick for him to get something fucking national.
Listen, he's talented. He's committed. He does this for.
He enjoys it. He loves the music.
Amazingly talented. And the coolest thing was, when I got to go down for my daughter's graduation in Athens, Georgia. I got to meet his family.
Yeah.
You can tell a lot about a man from his father and mother, right?
That's why my girlfriend's never going to meet my father and mother. Just saying.
Stupid. Your mother, your mom and dad.
They're going to be my ass for that comment.
I ain't playing. I ain't claiming that one. I got to meet Andrew's mom and dad, and just meeting his dad alone. Mom was just a beautiful woman, just full of life. You could tell it was passed on in him.
Yeah.
His dad is the example of what it means to show your son how to be a man. Yeah. I can't think of any greater compliment on this earth than if somebody came up to me and said, "You raised a good man. You raised a good man." If I died the next day, I would die happy. People have come up to me and said, "You've done a hell of a job with Avery," and I've deflected it because I feel like I'm not worthy of that compliment.
The Avery's phenomenal.
And I hope that I can live up to that standard for Oliver and Milo. But when I met Andrew's dad, I met a man that showed his son how to be a good man, how to be a good man of God, how to be a good man to a woman, how to be a good man to a community.
And I think that's the big thing. You don't see a lot of upbringing where, especially how to treat a woman, how to treat your community.
Oh, and Alexis, listen.
I'm not going to even go there.
I love Alexis. That's my baby girl. That's my princess. And your Uncle Dan, but she's a handful. She's a Spitfire. She's a Spitfire. 100%. She's a Southern Spitfire.
The fact that it lasted this long, like, I know I'm fucked up. And I have a hard time with relationships, but she's a handful.
She's a handful. She is a passionate woman of God, but she is also that girl that will punch you in the face.
She's your fucking daughter, Dad. All I gotta say, she's your daughter.
100% my daughter, and I love her. And I'm glad that she has been a man that has the grace.
A man. She's gonna beat your ass for that one.
I'm glad that she's met somebody that knows how to handle her with grace and love and dignity. Well, that's all you can ever ask for.
Well, because she's so independent, she's like, I don't need this shit.
No, she's a strong woman, and she'll fight you. I mean,
I think
ask Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Ask Whataburger about.
I'm so mad.
We're gonna leave that alone. I don't need any.
Don't get me started on Whataburger, because like, if California had Whataburger,
you'd have been in heaven.
I wouldn't have came back. 100%.
I gotta tell you about Whataburger.
Well, we know about Whataburger.
You gotta what?
You don't want to put that out there because Alexis is gonna disown you about Whataburger.
Whataburger, yeah, I'll end up in some serious trouble. Anyways, guys, listen, we rambled on. We wanted to get this podcast out there. We're up in our content, guys. We're back, but we're gonna have fun with this. We welcome your critiques. No, we don't. I don't want to hear you. No, I'm just kidding. No.
I don't want to fucking hear the haters.
I don't even listen to him or my wife.
You don't listen to nobody.
I don't listen to nobody. I do because I'm sensitive.
Cause all you do is like, I don't fuck with you.
You're in trouble with your girlfriend. In any event,
why are you gonna bring up old shit? Because that's what I'm going to tell her.
Because
why you bringing up shit from
this
the
is a
past?
podcast in and of itself. At some point, we're going to get your girlfriend on the podcast.
No, we're not.
Oh, she's going to fuck you up. Or you just won't show up again.
I won't show up.
Yeah, you won't
for
show
a
up
while.
again. In any event, hit us up with your comments, concerns. Tell us what whiskey you want us to review next. We want to dive back down on some craft distilleries. Hats off to Iron City. We love Iron City, Pittsburgh zone.
And hats off to Chicken Cock, even though they haven't sponsored me yet. There's nothing left to this bottle that we cracked today. There's nothing left.
Goddamn, we're gonna kill us. And last but not least, we want to wish
Don't fucking finish that. Don't fucking finish that.
We want to wish our very good friends and at Liberty Pole an extremely happy ninth anniversary. It is their anniversary this Saturday. To Jim and Ellen and Kevin and Rob, we love you. You've become family to us, and.
Well, I'm excited because they got that one cocktail that got the chili pepper in it. You fucking motherfucker! But they got I love the fact that they changed their cocktails out month to month, and they got that summer cocktail I like. I was telling my brother, I was like, we're going to fucking Liberty Pool. Home.
Listen. There are two distilleries that we really love in the Pittsburgh, the greater Pittsburgh area, and we have a lot of good stuff in Pittsburgh. We've got other distilleries. Liberty Pool Spirits here in Washington County, we could talk about them all day. Besides the amazing whiskey they make, the amazing rye, they have an amazing.
The Monongahela rye.
Yeah, the Monongahela rye. Yeah. They're gracious, wonderful human beings. They have become part of our family. These are people that I would lay down for in a heartbeat because I care about them. And Alex, the
chef, Chef Alex.
They've got some eats over there that'll make your socks fall off. We can't wish the best. And Iron City Distilling. We have really. Iron City beer is Iron City beer. Iron City Distilling is Iron City Distilling. They make some no joke bomb ass juice, and they are big, and they are not messing around. And I can't tell you, if you don't check them out, you're missing out. You're fucking up.
But I have to say, I'm still not sponsored by Chicken Cock. In every episode, I've been saying Chicken Cock is what you need on your shelf. I don't care if it's the bourbon, if it's the rye, if it's the red stave, if it's this or the rum cask. You need to have Chicken Cock on your shelf.
If we can raise, if we can influence through our viewers to get you sponsored, would you tattoo a chicken cock on your? We're gonna revisit it. Would you tattoo a chicken cock on your chest?
Maybe my calf.
What? Nobody has a calf cock. You have a chest cock, or you have no cock.
Well, here's the thing about cocks. Recently I was out and about, and I got in that spat with this dude, and he told me that's why you got a little cock.
And you could have tore your shirt off and been like, my cock's bigger than yours. And you had non-violent, you would have changed the scenario had you had a huge cock on your chest.
I wouldn't want a huge cock on my chest. Would you like a huge cock on your chest?
we will discuss that at a later date. Listen, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I know this was a long episode. Listen, we wanted to have fun tonight. This is Dan and I. We're short Craig and Ty because, Craig's off Deep Creek playing, Yosemite Sam, and Ty is off robbing banks or something, or whatever he does.
Family guy, man.
Yeah.
They got sports at the
Listen,
ass.
we love our brothers. We miss them, and we thank you for being patient with us. We want to deliver you more content. Drop us some lines, some encouragement. I always like kind comments about my looks because I feel like I haven't really, been reassured with them.
And feel free to comment about Jason's fucking Jurassic Park Jeep.
Swear to God.
I'm gonna take pictures and put that shit all over online.
It's a Bronco, you asshole.
It's a fucking
I hate
Jeep.
your face. I don't know. I need new friends. Listen, stay tuned. We're gonna be up soon again for some more stuff. Until next time, guys, stay thirsty, my friends, and cheers to you. I hate your face.
Thank you for listening to today's podcast of Bullits and Bourbon. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.